when you kick off after dark. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. It's the NC State Wolfpack and the Maryland Terrapins. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
NC State's head coach told me before the game, this is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Coming out with it, it's Snow. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Sells the run, looking to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time. They'll need a bunch on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Scott. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
That's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, it's Williams. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Working the ground game. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Quick give. It's Scott. Gets it out to the 22-yard line, and that'll be enough for the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
On first down from their own 22. To the air, it's Bailey. Between the hashes, it's Jackson. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. He knew he was going to have to pay the price, and he did, but the reward is the first down.
Yep, and he hung in there just long enough, Reeves. I think he did a really good job hanging in there, finds the running back. And listen, when you choose to blitz, now you got to tackle my guy in space. Running back does a great job getting the first down.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Look out! Just gets rid of that one.
It's not just about sacks and getting the quarterback on the ground. When you can hurry him up, speed up that thought process, get near his legs, all those things lead to incompletions and sometimes mistakes.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. The snap sets up to throw. That's reeled in. It's Snow. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. The give is to Smith. At the 35, he's open. Oh, he's got some space. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Finds his man. It's Durham. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
screaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Straight ahead, it's Danzy. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Those last 2 runs have been disastrous. Would they dare go to a draw on 3rd and 16? Looking for a man. It's Washington. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it in his belly. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Right back to the well. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. Holds on, it's Snow. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Unloads it left. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Sells the run, looking to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They get through, and it's blocked. He's got the ball. That one's live.
Yeah, you saw how they just overloaded the left-hand side that time. They were able to overwhelm the offensive line, get in the backfield, and then get their paws up to block that kick.
Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They've had a couple of scoring drives, but man, do they need a touchdown drive. Hits inside. It's Coleman Williams. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Moves the pocket. It's Washington. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
A third down try for the offense. They send the tight end in motion. Using his feet. Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. The 20. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And if the defense didn't know, they know now. That QB right there, man, that dude can fly. This offense is so explosive because the guy who gets the football can take off and make big plays at any point on the field, and he shows you how it's done right there.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So you either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
To the air, it's Bailey. Lets it fly. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And this game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end of the first half. They're still pitching a shutout, and they're ready for this quarterback to take shots. They're sensing the frustration, and that time in perfect position, forcing that incompletion.
He's going for a big play downfield. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. But the ball pops out on the return.
It's so demoralizing. I get the big stop. I force the punt. and then we put it on the deck and give it right back to them. I had my helmet unstrapped. I was ready to watch some game film on the sidelines, and now I got to put my helmet back on and get right back out there.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll send the back in motion. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Throws quickly. Open space at the 25. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. Just smothered on the play. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one.
Got it! Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Driving forward, it's Scott. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Sets his feet. It's Bailey. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Fitted in the window for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Now on first and 10 from the 29. Running inside. It's Smith. Stopped right there.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with second and 13. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Wants to throw. It's Washington. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On the return. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The run inside. It's Scott. He's got enough. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. NC State, after that explosive run, might go right back to the well. Drops back on 1st down. Fires left. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
2nd and long here. Defense looks like they're coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. And back to the air on 2nd down. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
Really nice timing on that out route there. Good anticipation by the QB, getting it out on time. And how about the receiver securing the catch, tapping the toes before he went out of bounds?
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Back to throwing, they've got to go a long way. Looking deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
That incompletion leaves him staring at a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
And he missed it. No good. Guys, they could have cut the deficit in half if that field goal had been good, still down by 6.
And you wonder if mechanically something is off with this kicker. That's now his 2nd missed field goal of the day. And guys, we've got almost perfect conditions to kick the football. I'm not sure what's going on.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. From the gun, it's Williams.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Washington. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide right, it's Fleming. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. We get a timeout here taken by the Terrapins. That will be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Terrapins right after the huge play through the air back to the line. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Maryland uses its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Tries to do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the touchdown, Maryland! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Keeps it looking for the edge. Stopped in the backfield as his defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. North Carolina State will kick it off to open the 3rd quarter. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Hey, knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quick give. It's Danzy. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Right side, it's Coleman Williams. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Not a lot of room to field this one. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. On the run, it's Gauze. Makes him talk to the hand. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, it's Scott. There he goes. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back into the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit hole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Out wide right, it's Williams. It's a fumble! And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
And the Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Rush right in his face. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Gonna run it. It's Scott.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Jumped on top of the pile. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. The lead down to just 3, 20-17.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense comes out ready to go on the attack. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Drops back. It's Washington. Fires to the right. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. He wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And, man, you got to love the way the defense just took this field. Like, offense scores, cuts into the lead, and they had some juice, some energy, flying around, being physical, everybody getting to the football, and now forcing the punt and a chance to give the ball back to their offense to do some damage.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw one first. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Long way to go on 2nd down. Caught on the RPO. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
About the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Danzy. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run him again. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Throwing right. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Sets his feet. It's Bailey. He's going to let it go. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like the aggressive nature by the quarterback there. He's trying to take a shot down the field. Just a better play by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To the wideout. Right side, it's Jackson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. He'll take it himself. It's a fumble on the play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. left, it's Jackson. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Finds his man. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
And man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere. Actually.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And he grabs it. Got to get to the marker. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw something, executed it perfectly, called it at the right time, and got a shot in the arm, get some energy, snap into the up back, completing the pass.
Now hits it, it's Scott. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Left side is Snow. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Wolfpack picked up that last first down with a completion. Let's see what they do here. Now from inside the red zone. He wants it all. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. Wilson will throw. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
One possession game. You have got to be able to give your quarterback an opportunity to survey the field. He didn't have it that time. Got hit. It affected the accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Second down, going to throw it. Unloads to the right. And the timing just a hair off. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. To throw, it's Washington. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's got an open man. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Getting set for the point after. And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the 4th quarter. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
2nd and long here. He's looking to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end.
It just took the quarterback a little too long to find his tight end that time. He's out there by the sideline, wide open. If the quarterback can just get it to him a hair sooner, he's going to have a chance to advance that thing forward, and they're going to get more yards. So the quarterback just has to be able to make his decision a little bit quicker moving forward.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Back to pass, it's Bailey. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions with C-zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. We assume he's going to punt it this time. He did complete a pass earlier. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense, ready to go. Finds his man on the RPO. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Long way to go on 2nd down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning Without their bell cow, without their star being their star, this offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Washington. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. What a costly mistake, and what a big play by the defense to get the football back on the interception, and now this offense can drive down and take the lead.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. The 10. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And that right there might be the play that they look back on if they end up winning this game as the key play in the game. In a 2-minute situation trailing, you're just trying to get a completion to get the momentum going, but they come up with a huge explosive play, and that might be the one that wins the game.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Running the red zone, it's Scott. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tackles. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. Maryland uses its 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Moving the pocket, it's Bailey. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
What a great play by the defense. And a play like that in this situation of the game, late, it's close, 3rd down, you gotta have it. And how about the pass rush? How about the effort getting to the quarterback?
All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. And it's good! And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied up.
Man, that's a big kick. That's a big moment, a lot of pressure. He delivers, ties this football game up late in the 4th quarter.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Out wide left, it's Fleming. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Strikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
All tied up, under a minute to play. Quarterback changing the play. Back to throw, it's Washington. And this is going to be intercepted, a big play in a tie game. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. The offense really couldn't ask for much more than this, Jesse.
You're right. With this much time on the clock, David, the playbook's wide open. You don't have to just be throwing it every down. You can sprinkle in some runs, too.
And you find out what your quarterback's about. Big time, prime time moment. You got the ball, tie game. You want to go win? Make some plays for me, big dog.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions. Like, they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Pressure gets to him. Down he goes, and we are headed to overtime. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. This time they'll throw it. If he runs this back, this game's over. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 40. The 20. Past the 10. All the way back. He took it all the way. The pick 6 and the walk-off win. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.